We can get started now. Okay. You're going to take your booty band. We're going to do 2 rounds of banded bridge and hydrants, and then we're going to go 2 rounds into down dogs and bird dogs. So what's this first part look like? You get your band on. We come here. We're going to do 10 bridges. Oh, that's a nice stretch. So you want to think about finding the stretch. You want to think about, can I breathe? And am I overarching my back? We're going to do 10 of those. These are going to be what hurts. We're going to come to tabletop. We're going to try to keep our hips squared to the mat. And we're going to go 10 on one side. I'm going to be feeling that. 10 on the other. And then we're going to do that 2 times. After 2 times, you're going to take your band off. And you're going to go 5 down dog to push up or down dog to cobra. So if you're like, oh, that feels good, you can come forward. You can always come to knees. You can come to the floor. Or if you want a little back extension, you can do that any place you're at. So 5 down dog to cobra or push up. And then you'll come back to tabletop. And you will go 5 by 5 bird dogs. Okay. So 2 rounds, bridge for 10, hydrants for 10, and then 2 rounds of 5 down dog to push up and 5 by 5 bird dogs. Here we go, friends. Happy Wednesday. Whew. You know what's awesome is yesterday Trent taught my youngest son how to use our snowblower. Oh, best day ever. Because somebody learned that. He's like, wow, the snowblower is so cool. And then tells me last night, Mom, I'm going to get up tomorrow because he doesn't have school today. He's like, and I'm going to snowblow again because there's more snow. I'm like, welcome to Minnesota, where you clean everything off and then you have to do it again 5 minutes later. But he wants to snowblow, so we're going to let him snowblow. It's less I have to do. Whew. Back to bridge. That's a rite of passage, really. Any child should be snowblowing for their parents or shoveling. I didn't get to use the snowblower when I was a kid. There's probably reasons for that. Now, a little trick sometimes if you feel like your hips are moving a lot in hydrants is stabilizing with the back foot of the leg that is not coming up. Just helps to sometimes get those last 1 or 2 up there. And then once you're through 2 rounds of that, the band can go away. And we're doing 5 down dog to push up, down dog to cobra. And 5 bird dogs per side. All right. All right, friends, we got a little bit of strength-ish. Yeah, strength and then a little bit of sweat. So we're going to do a 12-minute AMRAP. Now you can choose weight however you want on this. So I'm going to go a little heavier on my deadlift. You can go heavier, you can go lighter. Okay. So what are we doing? We are doing, just going to demo with this one because my weight's right here. So we're doing 10 deadlifts. So that means if I want to have a dumbbell, kettlebell, barbell, whatever I want. Okay. 10 quality, awesome deadlifts. That means too, if you have a heavier dumbbell and you want to go a little heavier, you can put the dumbbell on one head of it and do the same thing here. Okay. So it just kind of depends what you want to do. So you got 10 deadlifts. Then we're going to do 10 presses. That means you can do 2 dumbbell alternating presses. You can do half kneeling. So you can be alternating. You could be both. You could be half kneeling, alternating. Don't care where you go or from the floor. So if you're heavier and you want to be here, you can be here. Okay. So you got 10 of those. Any way you want to do that. And the last thing you got is 8 total. So it's only a 4x4 plank drags. Maybe I'll do a really heavy one today. So plank drags, even if you're using this one, because usually I use a 20 or 25. I'm going to reach across and it might not come that far off the floor. It doesn't have to be this heavy. I just grab the closest weight to me and you're going to go 8 total. So 4x4 is what you're looking at. So 10 deadlifts, 10 presses, 8 drags. If you have a heavier weight for those drags, then use a heavier weight. I just want you to think about, it doesn't have to be, you don't have to like really pick it up to pull it over. You really just gotta, that's why it's called a little drag, right? All right, we're going 12 minutes. Set a timer with me if you want. Otherwise, grab your weights. 12 minutes. All right, friends, here we go. 12 minutes, 10 deadlifts, 10 presses, 8 plank drags. Here we go. In 3, 2, 1, here we go. Feel free to take this part a little slower because we can. Next part's a little faster. So depending on where your weights are at, I'm going to start round 1 here. I might alternate or change my weight on my presses. I just haven't dug out my heavier weights yet. And then you got plank drags. So if you are using a heavier weight, just know that you don't like, I'm going to do a round of 40s. You're going to not see me pull this off the floor too far. And my goal is to get my core really tight. So when I move this, I'm thinking about how tight can I keep my core, not about how high can I pull the weight up, unless it rolls away from me. Nice, Sarah. Nice, Will. Remember, keep those shoulders back and down. Keep that table right here. you're probably going to get 3-5 rounds somewhere in here and in there before time is up. Nice, guys. Nice, Will. As long as you feel that in hamstrings and you're feeling that tension and keeping that tension and you don't feel it in the low back, that looks really, really good. It's the only way I have to know. So if you ever feel a deadlift in your low back and you don't know what to do, first thing you do is you stop and you say, Holly, I'm feeling a pain in my low back. How do I fix it? And we fix it. Don't just push through the pain. Nice, Sarah. Nice, Amy. Nice, Katie. Nice, Andy. Nice, Amy. We are coming up on 5 minutes in. Next part we'll be doing is an every minute on the minute. So that'll be a little bit more faster pace, a little bit heart rate up a little bit more. Your weight will either be lighter or a weight you can move with really good form. Nice job, guys. We are coming up on halfway. So you have plenty of time to get through a few rounds, especially if you need a little rest because you're going a little heavier. Totally fine. Nice job, you guys. Halfway, right there. Nice, guys. Nice, Will. Nice. Nice, Sarah. She's like, oh, dang, Holly, I'm tired. And you're like, you did a really good one. And then right as I said, nice, Sarah, you're like, bam, and put your weights down. So I think you looked at me like, wait a minute. I saw that one before that. Nice, Katie. Nice job, guys. 8 minutes, just past 8 minutes. Going to 12. So not a super long one today. Then we're going into 9 minutes of fun and awesome stuff. Nice job, guys. Coming up on 9 minutes. 3 minutes. Nice job, guys. Nice deadlift, Katie. Nice, Amy. Here you go, Will. Whoo! We are under 2 minutes. One minute. 1 minute. So the goal when you pull that plank drag across is even if you need to transfer your weight a little bit more on one leg, you still try to keep your hips as stable as you can be. Twenty seconds. Ten. 5, 3, 2. Rest. Okay, friends. All right, grab water if you need it, or have your water near you if you need it. All right, this is what we're doing. We're doing every minute on the minute for 9 minutes. Now I want you to look at it this way, because I have minute 1, 10 to 15 kettlebell swings, okay? Your goal is you want to be working for, depends, if you're swinging, okay, that 25, 30 seconds, maybe between 20 and 30 seconds, okay? If you get 10 to 12 swings done in 20, 25 seconds and you're like, whoo, I'm ready to rest, then you can rest. If you are doing, say, just deadlift to high pull, right? So if I am here and I have dumbbells and I'm going deadlift, high pull instead of a swing, notice how this needs to be a fluid motion. I need to do it for like 10 to 15 times or like 30 seconds, okay? Now, if I'm swinging, a little different story, right? Because if I'm swinging, 20 to 25 seconds of this might be enough for me versus if I'm here. Okay, so this is just a deadlift and a high pull. Okay, so that's your modification. Does that make sense to everybody for that minute? Yes, okay. Minute 2. Minute 2, we got 10 total bicycles. So your mountain climbers. So your mountain climbers are fast, and then you're gonna flip over and do bicycles. So you're gonna go here and you're gonna go 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. And then you're gonna flip it over. Okay, and you're gonna come right here. This is all in that same minute. And then you're gonna do 10 total bicycles, so 5 by 5. Okay, when you are done with that, you're resting for the rest of that minute. Same thing as minute 1, okay? Minute 3, you have options. Minute 3, you can either be right here, right? Squeezing my butt, even though my body moves, my core is tight. Or here, you can be kneeling too if you need to. Or, because my box is taken up, you can do dips if you so choose. How many are we doing? 10 of them, okay? So 10 really controlled kickbacks, 10, either 10 overhead or 10 dips. Does that make sense? Okay, we're going every minute on the minute. Just know that if you are done really fast, I want you to think about adding reps or trying to move a little faster, okay? So we got 3 rounds of this. It won't be that bad. We're gonna swing or deadlift to high pull. And then we go core. All right, friends, here we go. 5 seconds, I'm swinging. 2, 1, here we go. So remember, your power's at your hips, but don't push your hips, over push your hips. You wanna think about your ending, the top of your plank, shoulders are back. You're pushing back into that hinge. I forgot to count, so I'm just gonna go to the 30-second mark, which is in 3, 2, 1. There's your halfway point. You can work to the halfway point. You wanna get where your heart rate's a little bit like, whew, okay. We're gonna come to the floor. You're going 10 fast mountain climbers and then 10 total bicycles. Slow and controlled. It's not about speed here. For mountain climbers it is, but not for bicycles. Here we go. 3, 2, 1. 10 bicycles or 10 mountain climbers. Fast as you can, mountain climbers. Think all effort. Then bring it back over and slow it down a little bit and find those 5 by 5 bicycles because you have time. Whew. And the rest of that time is rest. And we go to triceps at the top of the minute. Then we go back to swings. Triceps, you either go overhead, you're dipping, and you're doing 10. Here we go. In 3, 2, 1. If you're standing and doing these, think about squeezing your butt. And you have plenty of time. I'm only on 3. I'm using a 20. We are 20 seconds in. I got about 10 done in 30 seconds. That was with a 20-pound dumbbell. It just depends the weight you're using and how, if you're going fast, slow. We're going back to swings. So I want you to think about, you're going close here or you're going here like a skier, like you're skiing and flying off of that, right? And then we stand up because that's where our power is. Best posture. Here we go. Let's go. Power is in the glutes, the hips, grounding into your legs. So think sit, stand, sit, stand. Keep your eyeballs off of looking straight down. Look at your floorboards across the room. That's 30-second mark. I'm going to the 30-second mark. This makes it a little easier. We bicycle, we mountain climber, then we bicycle. Man, my brain does not want to remember the mountain climber today. 10 seconds. Fast mountain climbers. More of your time should be spent on bicycles. Here we go. Here we go, 10 mountain climbers. Fast little run, like a little sprint. And we come to bicycles. Don't worry, I get a little bit more core after this. Whew. Then we got triceps. Remember, we're only doing this 3 times. We're in second round right now. 15 seconds. Triceps any way you want to do them. Here we go. 2, 1. Triceps. Your goal is 10 of them. If you have lighter weight, go to the 30-second mark. Just keep your form. Halfway. Woo, we're back to the last round of swings. Core and triceps. 20 seconds. Then we got a little 5-minute AMRAP because we haven't done lifts and chops in a while and we need to. 10 seconds. Get ready in 5, 3, 2, 1. Here we go. Last round of swings. Shouldn't feel this in your back, okay? Keep your ribs in, keep your core engaged. Think, I'm a really awesome plank. I just hinge at that hip and then use the power of my glutes, my legs to pop that bell of those dumbbells up at my sides. They just float. Whew. Mountain climbers, fast, little sprint mountain climbers. Whoo, friends. Here's a little sweat. 10 seconds. 10 seconds. Get ready in 5, 3, 2, 1. 10 fast mountain climbers. I probably did 12, but that's okay. Bicycles. Triceps is all she wrote. Nice job, guys. 15 seconds. 10 seconds. 10. Here we go in 5, 3, 2, 1. You're going 10 triceps or 30 seconds or so. If you got a little lighter weight, should be about the same. Whew. Rest. Grab water. We're gonna let that time run out because I'm gonna show you this next part. Okay, you're getting lifts and chops out of me today because bye Amy, bye Andy, have a great day. Or Amy's leaving, Andy's staying. That's right. Bye Amy. Okay, that's what we're doing. We're doing 5-minute AMRAP, okay? And we're doing lift and chops and we're doing plank walkouts. Now, something I really want you to focus on the lift and chop, right? Because, you know, I could tell you and you'd be like, Holly, I can't believe you added more to your plate. I didn't add more to my plate. I kind of had to. I had no choice. Certification. If I don't renew it and do my Con Ed, I got to take a really big test over again. And Holly doesn't want to do that. So I cruised through like 20 hours of, I had all here, continuing education. So I focused, I did a bunch of stuff that's like with asymmetries, right? Because we all are different on each side. So lift and chops, I'm going to show you the lighter weight first, and then I'm probably going to use a 20. I want you to think it in a lunge position, thinking about squeezing your glutes, okay? This dumbbell comes to my side, but I'm going to show you from the front and the side, and I'm coming right here. Now, if I don't squeeze this glute and this leg, it looks like this. Like I'm just kind of all over the place, right? The most important thing in this exercise is this right here, squeezing your glute and bringing a medium-ish weight across your body, okay? What is this working? Your whole core girdle, that's what we call it. We call it a girdle. Think of your core like a girdle, right? These work the sides. So if you have a heavier weight, like a 20 or a 25, and you can be right here because we're only going to do a 5x5. So I want you to think about not twisting my whole body, but keeping that tight and bringing it hip to side of your head, okay? You're doing 5x5. When you switch, you just simply switch legs. So you start from the hip of the back leg, okay? Right here. So 5x5. Then you got 3, just 3, because these take forever. You're going to walk it out, find a plank, send those heels back, walk it back. You don't have to stand up. It's a nice hamstring stretch. And you're doing 3, just 3. And then we're 5x5, lift and chops, 3 plank drag or 3 plank walkouts, 5 minutes. Questions at all? If you don't know what to do. while I set a timer. All right, friends, here we go. Whoo! 5, 3, 2, 1. Lift and chops. Here we go. So squeeze your butt. Think about really good body position, core's tight, bringing it across your body. Once you get 5, you're going to switch it up. Squeezing that right glute, grounding into my leg, shoulders are back. I'm breathing. Katie, because I wanted to try it and see if you needed to use a bell, you could do the same thing here to here. So you just kind of think bottom of the bell is at my hip and then right here. So if you needed a heavier weight, because I know you have heavier bells. And then we go 3 plank walkouts, which once you walk out and find that plank, send your heels back first and you'll get a nice little stretch in your hamstrings. Then we're back to lift and chops. I'm going to try it that way, Katie, with a bell. So I'm just holding it at the bottom of the bell like I would at the end of a clean and going hip. Keeping my core tight. So I'm trying to make my core not move and keep that stable. Even while my hands bring the weight up, like 5 of those at 25, I'm like, whoo, I need a break. There you go, Katie, nice. That makes it a little different, Katie, than a dumbbell because of where the weight is put. So in a bell, here's the fun thing too. When we do things like kettlebells and we use a bell, all of our weight's way down here. And you're with a dumbbell, it's more evenly put throughout the whole weight. So kettlebells, I love kettlebells. Squeeze that glute if you feel like your core is twisting. Squeeze that glute, keep that core where you're at. Use your arms, we're halfway, to move the weight. Nice job, guys. So yeah, it was a continuing education. It was basically on FMS screens, which high functional movement screens, which I'm already trained to know how to do, but it goes a little bit deeper into just really awesome, good exercises for asymmetries. FYI, if we do like one arm stuff and you notice, oh, I can push I'm just going to throw numbers out. I can push a 10 on my left and a 15 on my right, right? You can't quite push that 15 on your right, okay? Your goal when you're doing strength work, and you could even do this if we're doing single arm stuff, is on the weaker arm. You want to do 2 to 3 rounds more on that side than the other side, okay? So if you are like, oh my goodness, this side is a lot weaker, and we're doing single arm stuff, feel free to do a couple extra rounds on that side or skip around on your stronger side, because the goal is trying to even out those asymmetries. That is not something that's easy to do. Everybody has them. Everybody compensates somewhere. Okay, so we're under a minute. You're not alone. Everybody does it. It's just finding those asymmetries and then fixing and strengthening them. And sometimes that's the boring stuff, but that's the stuff where if I know what your asymmetry is, 30 seconds. That's where I feel like I wish sometimes when people meet trainers or they go to a trainer, sometimes they think they need to train like one-on-one all the time. And sometimes you just need to come in, have an assessment, see where your asymmetries are, get a program to fix it, and then just diligently fix it. 3, 2, 1. Problem with that is some people can, and some people are just not motivated to, and that's okay. And some people need to come to a trainer. But for those motivated of you that want to, we got one finisher that want to figure out how to make their body move better. I'm available in the summer. I'm not taking on new stuff right now, at least not new one-on-ones. Okay, this is our finisher. Whoo! You need a lightweight, so I'm going 8s or N8 because we're we're working for 20 seconds. So this is gonna feel fast, friends. We're gonna work for 20 seconds. We're gonna do a boat pose. We can do boat pose. You can hold a dumbbell or not hold a dumbbell, okay? I'm gonna throw a little Sanskrit at you because I'm practicing. So boat pose is Navasana because I just gotta practice, right? So same exact position as a Russian twist, but our legs are gonna be in the air, okay? If you want a dumbbell, you can be here. You could be here. You could be here, okay? You could also be here. Whatever works for you. You're gonna rest for 10, and then I'm gonna lean it back, right? I'm gonna squeeze my butt. I'm gonna dig my heels in, and I'm gonna bring the dumbbell side to side, not my torso, okay? Notice how we're doing all the stuff for the core that gets the whole core girdle. That's what we're doing today, friends. Here's our finisher. Boat pose, Russian twist. Here we go. Boat pose, hold that dumbbell if you want in 3, 2, 1. You lean it back, your legs come up. If you want that dumbbell a little high in the air, you can even have bent elbows. Think about pressing your legs together, shoulders are back, core is engaged. That dumbbell helps. Oh, does it help? 2, 1, rest, come forward. Because we're gonna lean it back again. Here we go. 3, 2, 1. Heels stay on the floor. We lean it back. We're Russian twisting. So bring that dumbbell from hip to hip. Try to keep those shoulders as square as possible. Squeeze your butt. Two, 1, rest. Coming back to boat pose. All the core today, guys. All the core. Here we go. 3, 2, 1. Find that boat pose. Make sure you're not rounding your back. You want a nice flat back. Whew. Depending on how high you bring that dumbbell up, it makes it a little bit more challenging. Rest. Whew. Here we go. 3, 2, 1. Lean it back. Russian twist. I know, Sarah, I saw the look on your face. I know you think I'm crazy having to do all that kind of continuing ed. It really wasn't bad. And I had purchased it already. And I had to have it done by the 28th. Oh, rest. It's amazing what happens when you are running out of time and the motivation of not wanting to read this huge book. Whew, and take a personal training certification test over again. Oh man, I had to look. I took that thing back in 2016 and I'm like, I don't want to take that test again. I studied for that puppy like crazy. Whoo. 3, 2, 1, rest. That's okay though. Now I don't have to do continuing education for 2 years. I should really remember this time and do it before 2 years or 1 year and 50 weeks. 2, 1. We got one more round. In my own defense, though, I did not think I'd be teaching teacher training at this time. Here we go. boat pose. I did not think I'd be teaching teacher training 5 weeks into the semester. So I thought I was only doing my school stuff and my Con Ed. Oh, no. Whoo. 2, 1. Rest. Last round right here. Russian twist. 3, 2, 1. And I, of course, had to figure everybody's things out. So like my spring break for Metro is the first week of March. St. Paul College is the second week of March. And my kids are the last week of March. I'm like, man, 3, 2, 1. Like, why can't we be all in the same week? It's not my luck. Definitely not my luck. Nice job, you guys. That was a lot of